Gentlemen, my name is Troy Mims, and welcome to WBQP 12.8 and Praise TV, the Pensacola Urban Network. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have some very important information that we'd like to share with you today. And we are having a very important event that's coming up this Sunday, which is September the 24th. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have Mr. Walter Wallace. Hello, Mr. Walter.
Hello, good morning to you and your family.
Thank you so much. And also, hello, ma'am. How are you doing, Miss Hawkins?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
You are most certainly welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I have Mr. Walter Wallace. He want to tell you this is September, and every September is Sickle Cell Month. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We need to talk about it all year long. Right, Mr. Walter?
Yes, sir. It'd be nice if we can use these other 11 months to educate. I tell you another thing too that I tell people too. You got to sickle cell is no cure for sickle cell. So cure is what we're doing today. It's spreading the word and educating our youth because my concern is our youth. We're not really educating our youth on their health issue, not only sickle cell but other health issues. And also, we just want to thank Jack and Jill. They have been supporting our organization financially for many years, but they're stepping they're stepping up the ladder this year by presenting their blood drive and sickle cell testing. And I just want to say thank you to them because that organization, an organization like them, will make sure that sickle cell is talked about the 11 months of the year. And there'll be a calculus for what we want to try to do is get sickle cell into each health class in Escambia County.
Yes, absolutely, Mr. Walter, because like you say, education is the key. Ladies and gentlemen, education is the key. Don't
Yes,
wait
sir.
until sickness or something arise in your health or medical condition sneak up on you and bite you. Listen, get educated now so you can begin to develop and practice better health choices and better eating choices. And overall, you want everything to work out better. We have Miss Hawkins here with Jack and Jill. Please tell me about that organization.
Yes, absolutely. I would love to. So I'm the president of the Pensacola chapter. Jack and Jill America Incorporated has over 262 chapters in the nation, representing over 50,000 families. So it's a great organization of African Americans. Our mission is we're basically a membership organization of mothers with children who are ages 2 to 19. And we're dedicated to nurturing young African American leaders. We're really wanting to develop them with their leadership, with their philanthropic giving, civic duty, volunteer service. So that's why when this came up, our foundation chair, Alonda Jones, she said, okay, can we do a blood drive? And I'm like, oh my God, yes, but that's exciting. So I reached out. We actually have some new members on Dr. Michelle Greer Hall. I'm sure you guys know her. And I'm like, wait a minute, my church, Zion Hope, we have a healthcare ministry. So we got all connected and we got all excited. So we got connected with the One Blood, and they're going to be there with a truck this Sunday, as you mentioned, September 24 from 9 to 2 at Zion Hope. So you come there, you can go ahead and pre-register to sign up to give blood. And if you do, you get a $20 e-gift card, you get a t-shirt,
Whoa.
and you even
Okay.
get wellness check, get your blood
Yay.
pressure, cholesterol count, iron count, all those things. So we're really excited. And then, as you mentioned too, we have the testing that is made available by the Sickle Cell Association of Escarosa. So, I mean, we're going to be hitting from all angles. We got the Deltas coming out to help, and, a lot of people in the community are really getting excited.
Okay, well, I tell you, we are so super excited because, ladies and gentlemen, listen, sickle cell testing costs money. Sickle cell
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
sickle cell testing is not always covered by your insurance, right, Mr. Walter?
Yes, sir. And that's one reason our organization, the local chapter Sickle Cell here, this Sunday, for those that come out and they can't afford to pay the price, our organization will pay the price of their testing. And I'm glad you brought that up because we are partnering with Secret Heart Hospital, and they're going to provide the testing. But most important, the test is not free.
That's right.
But our organization and with the support of the community, we will provide that uh, for this Sunday. We will provide free sickle cell testing. So we hope that people come out. And I just want to, I guess, I'm so excited by Jack and Jill bringing this to another level because normally the month of September, we end up with a golf tournament. We just last Saturday, we had a bikeathon put on by the charity Pensacola Motorcycle Club at the Vikings clubhouse on MLK. It was a beautiful, successful event. And on the third Sunday, we had asked the churches to raise awareness by wearing red and black and making a donation to sickle cell. So the Jack and Jill is topping this off with the blood drive. And we got to understand that people with sickle cell disease, they have to have blood transfusion.
Yes.
And blood transfusion not free either, Troy.
Whoa.
You have to pay, although the blood, yes, sir, although the blood is donated, there's still a processing fee that comes along with it.
Wow.
But the thing about it, when you got a donation of blood, then you don't have to pay the whole fee.
Okay.
But and then too, you have to understand that patients with sickle cell, they go to the hospital 3 or 4 times or more a year, and they have to have blood transfusion to replace their damaged blood.
Okay.
So this is an important event. Not only do we save life, but we also make an awareness for the community about sickle cell. And I'm so elated with Jack and Jill stepping up to the plate and advancing the cause of this community health.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm so excited too. Ladies and gentlemen, September the 24th, September the 24th, Sunday, listen, at 201 West Leonard Street in Pensacola, Florida. That address, once again, is 201 West Leonard Street in Pensacola, Florida. Now, this is going to be held at the main campus of Zion Hope Primitive Baptist Church. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody know where Zion Hope Primitive Baptist Church is. But if you don't, it's right there between E and Palafox. Is that right?
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, we're under the leadership of our new pastor, Brandon Mason. So this is exciting to connect with the church and, to do something so great for the community.
Well, I tell you, we love Pastor Brandon Mason here at Praise TV and WBQP because he's a part of our family. We have been had him on for ever since he been in leadership. So we thank God for him. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget this blood drive is absolutely important. Please come out and donate. Please come out and get tested for sickle cell. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a email from one of my relatives. Matter of fact, since we did the last show, Mr. Walter, and since we had the bike ride last week, and she said one of her grandkids had come down with sickle cell or had the trait. And so she was totally surprised. It really caught her off guard to figure out that, sickle cell was a part, of her family. So, ladies and gentlemen, this particular event will give you an opportunity so you can be tested, so you can be checked. You know, I was talking Miss Hawkins the other day with another young lady. She said, you know, I hadn't been to the doctor and had a wellness check in a while.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell them how important this wellness check is as well.
Absolutely. It's so important. You know, some people are able to do it through their places of work, which I have that blessing. So every year, you know, we get blood taken and we get to meet with our doctor for a health incentive. But if you don't have that opportunity, you still need to go find out what's going on, because you don't know until you know, and you don't want to wait until you have symptoms or you hurting, because usually it's far gone, you know.
Yeah.
So if you can find it in advance, we're able to do something about it. So I really recommend getting those wellness checks annually.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, another thing about this, Troy, especially on the wellness check, is that's
That's
free.
right.
That is free, and to me, there's no easier way to really on that wellness check. It's very important and it's free. One thing about it, if you don't, to me, it's just a cheap way of getting a free health check because a lot
It
of people
is.
don't have. I tell the individual, yeah, if you don't have insurance, go to one of your blood drives and you get this free wellness check because it can detect things early enough where you can, like you said earlier, because sometimes we wait to the last moment to go to the
Yeah,
doctor, and
absolutely.
at that point, or either end up in the emergency room.
Yeah.
And the
Yes.
cost of going to the emergency room. Let me speak one thing or two about when we talk about patients with sickle cell. We know that they have to have blood transfusion, periodic
Hmm.
blood transfusion. Now, the only thing about periodic blood transfusion we have to watch is iron overload. You can have
Oh.
too many when the patient with sickle cell has blood transfusion. The most
Hmm.
important thing the doctor has to watch out is don't make sure you don't get too much iron in the blood, and they call that iron overload. But we're so grateful that Jack and Jill is doing what they and I always asked her earlier. Jack is the man and Jill is the girl.
Yeah, he asked me, where'd you get that name from? Well, I had to mention, like, Jack and Jill started in 1938, so it was founded by Marion Stubbs Thomas. So basically, it was a mother's organization, and you know, a way to identify a boy and a girl is Jack and Jill. So our
Yeah.
colors are pink and blue. You know, it's all about the children.
Yes.
And you know another thing about that is that we are. It's so great that they are concerned about overall community health. You know,
Yes.
a healthy community, and like we talked about before, Troy, like the
Hmm.
pastor say, he want to keep all his members healthy where they can tithe. He don't want to spend their money on health issues. He want to spend
That's right.
money on the house of God. So
That's
you
right.
got to understand that your health overall is very important to you and your family. How do you enjoy your family when you don't know even your sickle cell trait? I tell people, know your trait, whether you got the trait or you not. You need to know to pass that information on uh, a future generation. Because normally when a person gets sickle cell disease, it comes when two people got the trait. So you need to be tested for the trait and for the disease. So Sunday is a good opportunity.
Yeah, you know, a lot of African American families are affected with it one way or the other. We have members in our organization; they've lost members, people that they know to the disease, or they have children that have the trait. But they know. So you
Yeah.
know, we're empowered to do something about it. So they know not to have a child with another person with the trait. You try to be aware. Could you imagine? You know, just all the challenges that would bring about. So if you know, you can do better, right?
And, 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 and,
Exactly.
and Miss Troy, Miss Hawkins, I want to interject this here. Just like this interview we're doing today. And I tell people, years ago when used to go to sickle cell meeting down in Orlando, Tampa, and these big cities, I always tell
Hmm.
them I have an advantage. Although you're in Orlando, I have an advantage of something you don't have in my small town, Pensacola. At the time, we had a black radio. We still got a black radio station. We got a black
Yes.
TV station. Also
Yes.
had a black newspaper, but it's not
Yes.
there no more. And I feel so proud. But even today, we still got a black-owned radio station
Yes.
and things that we can communicate. But I tell people, just like you as Jack and Jill, if you're an individual like you don't step up to the plate, there would be no Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
It won't.
So I'm a firm believer we have to support those organizations, African American organizations, for they can be here for our kids. And all we're trying to do is make a healthy and a wealthy community.
Yes, a healthy and a wealthy community, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we are trying to begin and start right now. And this is the importance about this event, this blood drive, and the sickle cell testing that will be held at the Zion Hope Primitive Baptist Church. Now, that is 201 West Leonard Street in Pensacola, Florida. And ladies and gentlemen, Sunday.
Ma'am, before we go, I just want to say I want to thank the pastor and the members of Zion Hope for opening our doors too. And you talking about location, I tell people, all you gotta do is get on Leonard Street, long as you're between Palafox and E, you ain't got nothing left but Zion Hope.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
But I just really want to thank you too, you and Mr. Watson, for y'all efforts, your years that y'all have put in and making sure that this community have a voice. And we just appreciate you, and we appreciate Mr. Hill and Mr. Watson, and we most certainly I appreciate the Jack and Jill for stepping up to the plate and trying to advance the cause of sickle cell, for we can continue to have a healthy and a wealthy community.
Yes, sir. And thank you
Amen.
for all you do and have done over so many years, from my understanding. So thank you.
I appreciate
You
it.
are you're most certainly welcome. We're just so happy that, ladies and gentlemen, that my boss, Mr. Vernon Watson, and also my other boss, Mr. Robert Hill, they have a passion for sickle cell and passion for the community and wanting to make the community aware of information, very important information, because once again, if we have a very informed community, I feel that we can have a healthy as well as a wealthy community as well.
That's right. We
And
will.
That's right.
so,
stay tuned.
Miss,
I have to plug some things that are coming up for Jack and Jill. If you
yes, go right ahead, go right ahead.
Of course, we want to see you there Sunday, bright and early, between 9 and 2, and you can go ahead and make an appointment. So if you go to our website, you will see that flyer you put up. You can scan that QR code and go ahead and make you an appointment. It's highly recommended, but not required. Also, as I mentioned, we actually did our first children's masquerade gala this year. So we're working on our next one next year. So stay tuned, early spring. We want all the children there having a good time. A portion of those proceeds go to our foundation, Jack and Jill Foundation, which is a national foundation to build homes, send kids to school, so many things. So if you just get ready to save your calendar for that, and stay tuned with us. Stay in touch. Go to our site, Jack and Jill. We're on Facebook, Jack and Jill of America Incorporated Pensacola chapter. So we like to do a lot of things for the community, and we'd love to see you there.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please bear these very important announcements in mind. And I tell you, we still have a few minutes now.
Well, Mr. Watts, with me and Mr. Smith, before we go, I want to encourage people to understand that although you got the trait, basically you don't have to worry about anything unless you get in thin air. But now our chapter, I have reached out to Andrew Institute, because we do have one thing about the trait is this. If a person got the trait, and Dr. Hall, she wrote a paper about what we call cyclic exertion. That person, and years ago, the Marines did a study about people with the trait when they do strenuous exercises, like they get on a SEAL team or somebody doing strenuous exercise like football combine and all these things, and our young youth playing sports. If they have that trait sometime in life by doing strenuous exercises and going through these procedures, they can bring that trait back alive, and we call that sickle exertion. So that's why it's so important that I'm proud of the school board. They gave sickle cell a recognition and trying to have make this month sickle cell month in all this schools in this Cameron County. But like I tell them, the most important thing is that sickle cell can be taught in your health classes, and also
yes, absolutely,
also getting the coaches trained to understand between sickle exertion and dehydration. Because over the years, some high school students have been died because of what's called sickle exertion. But I tell every parent, just be on top of your child health. You know, you're most important. You love your children. You want to take them here or there. But if you're not educating your child about their health, you're really not doing your job.
That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. What would you like to iterate, Ms. Hawkins?
No, I absolutely agree. You know, as I mentioned, we have members that have been affected, or whether it's a husband or a child with the trait. And it's interesting that you mentioned that there are some side effects or things just to be aware of. Like I know someone that went to Vail, you know, they were where you go ski and it was really high elevation, ended up in the hospital. So it took a while to find out, and thank God they had a good doctor there that was like, wait a minute, you have sickle cell trait. That's what's going on here. So you needed to get to a lower elevation. So people don't know that until you experience that. It's so rare, but you know, but now that that person knows, they don't try to go to high elevations, you know, for too long because it's going to affect them. So, but that's because they know now. So, you know, knowledge is power.
And you know, another thing, I guess I have to plug this up, just like Jack and Jill. They sometimes rotating the president and members of their organization. Well, I need you to come volunteer for you can rotate Wallace to another position.
Well, you can't be replaced.
You cannot be replaced, Mr.
Well, I'm not being replaced. I don't want to be replaced. I just want to be moved over. And they said, how they said when you rearrange. I want to be rearranged, you know. Okay. And so we encourage, and I encourage young people and anybody else to come in and you be the vital future of sickle cell. You know, yes. I just want to be a rearranged, and I guess I'm passionate about. Like I see Miss Hawkins, I'm just so privileged every time I see a young person taking the leadership, because I always said I'm sometimes get jealous of these young people that 25 to 55 and they're doing okay, but I guess to me, a lot of them is not stepping to the plate and doing things for their community, and coming to rearrange me is no problem. Just call me, our office, and you can rearrange Walter Wallace for sickle cell, okay?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we heard it first right here on Praise TV and WBQP 12.8 that Mr. Walter Wallace do need volunteers.
Yes, sir.
Like he said, volunteering and sharing the information and knowledge he has is going to only brighter and make our future brighter and better. So as the transitioning of the years, and Mr. Walter probably want to go on vacation every now and then he can rely on the staff that he has trained and that he's brought up under him. So give him your telephone number, Mr. Walter.
850-291-0168. And guess what? All you got to do is come out Sunday between 9 and 2 at Zion Hope, and you can look at the real Walter Wallace, okay?
There you go.
That's it. That's it. Amen. Don't
Huh?
forget September the 24th, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. September the 24th. Don't forget, we're going to be at Zion Hope Primitive Baptist Church, ladies and gentlemen. That is 201 West Leonard Street in the beautiful city of Pensacola, Florida. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you will receive, tell them Miss Hawkins, of $20. You're going to receive a T-shirt.
That's right.
You're also going to get a quick wellness checkup. Now, tell them, Miss Hawkins.
Yes, just like you said, you're gonna get a $20 e-gift card. Now I know you guys can find something to do with that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You get a nice One Blood T-shirt and, like you said, a wellness check. So they'll be checking for like your blood pressure, temperature, pulse, iron count, cholesterol screening, and that's all free. Like Mr. Wallace said, you don't have to go pay for that. You're getting your blood, you're doing a service, and you're getting one back. Something to help you out. And I have to also say, we're doing this between 9 and 2, but you can come on to Zion Hope where our church service is at 9 a.m. You come to church, go get your blood, help your spirit, give out to someone else physically. It's all, we're our doors are open, so you're welcome.
And I got to interject this here because you got to understand that's what Jesus did. He gave his blood. Yes. Jesus gave his blood. He gave his blood. Hallelujah. He gave us his blood for our sin. All you do, you're gonna give your blood to make the Scammon County a healthy community.
There you go.
Absolutely.
We might as well just drop the mic on that one.
Amen. Amen. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, once again, September 24th, that's Sunday. So we are just asking all the churches in the area, make sure you make this announcement at your announcement segment and time in your church. Please allow your people to get out of church earlier. So don't keep them and hold them too long. Send them over to Zion Hope.
Send them on.
Send them over to Zion Hope. That's 201 West Leonard Street. Because see, we're going to be having the blood. They can get blood. They can also come for the free sickle cell testing, the wellness checkup. They can get the T-shirts. They can also get the $20 gift card that they can find something to do with. Ladies and gentlemen, this is so important. Absolutely so important. So we want to see you there. Any closing words? We have about 30 seconds.
Well, I just want to say again, remember Jesus gave his blood, so it's time for you to give yours.
Yes.
Sunday.
Thank you. Absolutely. I totally agree. We're so fortunate to give back. So let's give back to others. And we can do that by giving our blood. So I hope to see you Sunday.
God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again. This has been another exciting episode right here on WBQP 12.8 Pensacola Urban Network, Praise TV.